There's a story about a sinking luxury liner in the Atlantic. 50 frightened passengers are huddled on D-deck wearing life jackets. And these passengers anxiously listen as the captain points to a lifeboat and says, the first ones into that lifeboat will be women and children and anybody who can tap dance. And you'd be surprised at how fast people took lessons. This story brings up a very valuable point. If you can't save the alcoholic, save yourself. There is nothing wrong or selfish about that. Be you husband or wife, you owe it to yourself and to your children. You can still love the alcoholic. All you have to do is detach yourself from his undesirable behavior. That's the only way to maintain your dignity and self-respect. You'll need them both in the long run, and so will he. It's stupid, really, to let the alcoholic drag down 2 or 3 other valuable lives with him. So, if you are related to an alcoholic who won't be saved, you better save yourself. And you don't have to abandon the ship. You just learn how to tap dance. Pretty soon he might ask how to do a time step. If he does, for God's sake, show him.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Here, darling, let me help you. No, I got it all. I'm fine.
I can't get over that outfit, Trish. I love it.
It's my cow dress. My moon.
Steve, let me give you a hand.
No, relax. I'm fine.
You guys had a ball in Hawaii.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much of a ball till I saw the slides.
Thanks, Trish. Thanks a lot.
You're drunk.
I'm not. Is that all you ever know? You're drunk, you're drunk.
Why don't you lie down? You like it? You like what you see there? Look at yourself.
You're hurting me.
You've been away for a whole month on a beautiful vacation. You've been sober the whole time, and now you're drunk.
Everybody drinks the party.
Claire doesn't drink. Nobody drinks the way you do. You sneak them in the kitchen, you sneak them in the bathroom. The whole damn house is full of your bottles.
My beans!
Here. You're a hopeless lush, and I protect you. Why can't you drink like everybody else? She's asleep. Listen, I'm really sorry about this.
There's nothing to be sorry
It's
about.
going to drive me crazy. I mean, sometimes I literally think I'm going crazy.
I know exactly how you feel.
No, you don't, Bob. You really don't.
Oh, he knows all right. He went through it, Steve. I'm an alcoholic. I stopped drinking 5 years ago, before we moved here.
I don't believe that.
You'd better believe that. You know, I used to wear a ratty old bathrobe with wine stains all the way down the front of it. I was bloated and sick. And then one night, sort of like tonight, we were having a dinner party, and I passed out with my face in the plate.
We were having lasagna. You know, I used to take Polaroids of her when she was drunk, and I'd show them to her the next day. I left her 12 times.
Well, what happened?
Oh, a lot of things.
One day I had to drive the kids somewhere. I was late and drunk, really drunk. and I was wearing my smelly old bathrobe. And I packed the kids into the car and went to pick up 2 of the neighbors' kids, and off we went. And the cops stopped me, the police. And they made me get out and walk. And I fell down. And when I finally got up again, they asked to see my driver's license. And then I dropped my purse. And the kids were watching. And I was swaying and trying to be the very indignant lady, the lawyer's wife, you know. And I was really waiting and praying. One of those cops was going to be gentleman enough to pick up my purse. They just stood there. Finally, I got down on my hands and knees and started looking for that license. I was crying. Then I started gagging. And the robe was hanging half open. And my kids were just sitting there watching this silly, very sick lady.
One night, Claire passed out. For a change. And I remember standing over and saying, "Why don't you just die?" That was a long time ago.
I still shudder to think I could have killed every one of those kids driving in that condition.
Did you just stop drinking?
Oh, no. At least not all by myself. I went to Alcoholics Anonymous. I'll tell you, 5 years ago, I couldn't even pronounce that. And they told me I had an illness. Alcoholism. It's an illness, just the same way diabetes is. But they told me it was going to be all right. Just as long as I never took that first drink.
I started going to the Al-Anon meetings. Do you know what that is? That's for the families of alcoholics. When you live with an alcoholic, you can get pretty confused. You need some outside help. Well, at these meetings, they kept talking about alcoholism as a disease. And all of a sudden, something clicked. All of a sudden, I realized that there wasn't a damn thing that I could do about Claire's drinking. It was a disease. I could love her, I could leave her, but I couldn't get her sober. It was entirely up to her. I couldn't get her sober any more than I could get her drunk right now. Man, when I realized that, it was like the weight of the world was taken right off my shoulders. I couldn't be responsible for Claire's drinking, Steve. I could only be responsible for me.
Yeah, but that sounds like you're abandoning.
No, not abandoning. Detaching. Al-Anon, they say detach. With love.
Are you really an alcoholic?
Full-fledged. And it took me a long time to realize it. And then to admit it to myself. Almost too long. You know, I used to hate that word, alcoholic. I was so embarrassed, but I'm not anymore.
Listen, you want some coffee?
Oh, no, hey, it's late. We can talk some more later.
You know, we're going to an AA meeting tomorrow night, and maybe, just maybe, you and Trish would like to come along, see what it's all about.
Why don't we have dinner first? There's a new French restaurant out by the Gateway. Cuisine extraordinaire.
Yeah, a lot of real good wine.
Well, sure. Did you ever hear of a French restaurant without good wine? Now, listen. You all can drink. Doesn't bother me one bit. Trish can come if she wants to. Now, that's up to her. Look, she can drink if she wants to. That's up to her, too. But you can't control it. So you might as well do what you want to do. Now, what do you say?
I'll call you in the morning.
Thank you.
I can love you or I can leave you, but I can't make you sober, Trish.